Hello, beautiful humans. Have you gone through life transition that knocked you on your butt? Be it divorce, be it career transition. You thought you were this and now you're that. You were downsized. Um, you had a house full of kids and all of a sudden there's nobody there. Um, Everything has changed. And it doesn't matter if you're 40 or if you're 30, we still get whooped upside the head, as Pop used to say, when what we expect, because we're humans and we're actually cats, we don't like change. So when change happens and it shocks us, and it does, zhunk, knock us silly, and we don't know what to do with it. What do we do? What do we do to rescue ourselves? Yes, we can get professional help by all means, because let me tell you, if I didn't have my coaches and therapy, going through the intensity of what I have gone through in my life, probably it's been about 3 lifetimes in one, because I was one of those wise guys who figured I'd get it over quickly instead of repeating it, 7 more times. I say to you, what else can we do? What can we do to jumpstart our acceptance of the transitions of our lives? And here's something that came to me that I want to share with you. I didn't expect this because I just did an interview with a dear colleague and friend who said to me, "You cannot read the label of the jar from the while you're on the inside." Well, I've been inside of a jar many times. And we have blind spots when it comes to ourselves that we simply cannot see. Or another way of putting it is when I'm climbing a mountain and my nose is on the mountain, I don't know how high I am from the top. Or if I'm going off track or I'm headed for a crevasse, or I have no idea. Someone who has a little distance and is standing on the plane has a much better view. So, yes, you can get the professionals who stand on the plane and have experience and can tell you what they see, the patterns that they see. But what can we do to jumpstart ourselves? Well, I'm going to tell you a story. Many of you know this. I became a very intense, super intense caregiver starting back in 2018. So much so that it almost derailed me. So I was sliding down this mountain, if you will, into losing myself, into losing my work, into losing my joy, into losing anything and everything that I cared about because I simply couldn't deal with the enormity of the stress anymore. Now, that stress came to an end, and I am back on even footing, on even ground. I am alone again, and now I, for a change, am on top of the list. And it's an amazing feeling. But even though I walked out of this very dark tunnel and I was grateful to be alive and grateful to acknowledge my own strength, that really surprised me. I knew I was strong. I didn't know I was that strong. But what happened was I didn't know who I was anymore. I didn't know what I was doing here. And I didn't know how to rescue myself. So here's what happens very often when we keep ignoring the severity of the wounding that we're going through, of the stress of the situations that we are each going through, and we ignore it and we push it down and we poo-poo it and we say, oh, that's not that bad. Oh, yeah. Sometimes it is that bad. So when we do that, our body says, yo, you over there, hey, pay attention to me, because if you don't pay attention to me, I'm going to make you pay attention to me. You understand? I think my body must be from Brooklyn. I don't know. I'm not sure. And I say to you, yeah, yeah, I get it. And I got it quite seriously. Back spasm, but so intense that I could barely move. Literally could barely move. And so I figured I'd better go to PT. I better get some help. And I did. And I started coming out of it. And I sat down with myself and I said, hey, self, I don't want to go through this again. So I'm going to have to find a way to take much better care of myself, because if not, my body is going to keep rebelling. So I figured, okay, I'll start walking. I can take a walk in the morning and then I'll feel better. And yeah. So I started walking and then I thought that was boring. I've told you this story before. And then I thought, well, okay, I'll put some music in my ears and I'll listen to cool stuff, international music and Latin stuff and rock. And pretty soon I started dancing. And after dancing, I figured, well, you know, I started singing part of the songs and not really paying attention. Now, guess what? I'm singing again, but not to say hire me as a singer. I'm singing for the pleasure of it because I was quiet for 2 decades. It's a long time for someone whose life was singing on the stage for all those decades, for more than half my life. So, what I'm saying to you is movement. So, when you can't do it from the inside out, or you're having trouble doing it from the inside out, start from the outside in. So, the walking led to the dancing led to the singing, and also to wanting to express and share what I have gone through to make the path a little smoother for others. That's part of the reason why I'm here. That's why I'm still here. Because I could admit to you that so many times I wanted to leave. But the sense of mission that I've agreed to something and that I haven't completed that yet, I'm still here. So I'm telling you, when you find the music that lights your heart, that makes you move and makes you feel joyous, when you want to sing your own song, I don't care whether you're a singer or not, doesn't matter. This isn't for anybody else. This is for you. That is your jump start. That is your jump start out of the intense stress, out of all the incredibly difficult transitions that you have gone through in your life. Find something that brings you joy, because we are the artists of our lives. And I had to white out the canvas, baby. It wasn't working. I had to white out the canvas. I had to get new brushes, new colors, and paint a new design. And I'm going to make my the rest of my existence on this life, I'm going to make it a masterpiece. I'm going to have happiness first. It's first thing on my list. And then sharing that happiness. Being in service in the best possible way. Sharing what I've learned because, oh boy, yeah, I've learned a lot. And even though part of me is still a cat, meow, and I don't like change, change has enlivened me. Facing the fear of change, moving into that change has changed my life. And I'm saying to you, you can do exactly the same thing. If it doesn't work from the inside out, then go from the inside in. Go from the outside in. I have done feng shui in this house, and everything, including me, is different. Yeah. Did you know I was a certified clutter clearer? And I've been studying feng shui for years. So I actually decided to put it to work. And it is working. So, like I say, if you are stuck and you can't seem to go from the inside out, then go from the outside in. Find what brings you joy and do that, even a little tiny bit each day. And you will be so surprised by where that can lead you. It can actually lead you back into life. So it's Audrea Firestone, author of You Are the Artist of Your Life. Because you are the artist of your life, so why not make it a masterpiece? I'll see you later, alligator. Bye-bye.